Hello and welcome back to YOLO. Oh, YOLO. Y-O-L.
Hello.
We should do the beginning of every stream. So this is YOLO. We are playing Cauldron and Tower's Lord of Yol with some lovely people and myself. My name is Lili. I will be your dungeon host through this adventure. It is very exciting to be playing this game by Cauldron and Tower. Check them out. They make amazing adventures and pretty cool clothes and are really nice people. So you should go and give them a follow. There's a link down below. If you follow that link, then you will get a special 10% off at Cauldron and Tower. And joining me today, I have some of my other friends. Who wants to say hi first?
So, my name's Renee. I play as Ko, the half-orc barbarian path of the Ancestral Guardians. It's nice to meet you.
Hi, Renee. Where can people find you on social media if they want
You can find me at Darren Orion, DarrenOrion on Instagram.
Awesome.
I'm Carly. I'm playing Shireen, and she's a wild soul barbarian. And you can find me at CarlyCarly for things.
Yeah, yay, things. Taxidermy and cats and country.
I got my hunting license.
Ooh.
Your
let's
season's
see.
starting.
Well, it's for meat. I'm a vegetarian, but I will eat hunted meat, so I'm excited to get me some meat.
Ah, very cool. Will you also taxidermy some?
Yes, and then I will make beautiful things.
Yay, I'm excited to see them. Who's after Carly?
I am Silver. I am playing Cece, the Water Genasi sorceress, and you could find me at Grey Wolf. That is GRAYWLF on all social media.
Excellent. Thank you, Silver. And Martin.
Yes. Hi, I'm Martin. I'm here with my tiny cat, Duke.
Mr. Duke.
And I will be playing Fizzle, the Warforged Artificer today. And Duke will be attempting to ruin everything by going on my keyboard.
Martin, where can people find you on social? Did you do your social media?
I did not, no. You can find me as at DorkyTeacher on Instagram. And that's pretty much all I have. So,
and you stream in other places.
Yes, I do. Jeez, I'm tired today. You can also find me on Twitch at Can We Play Already. I do all sorts of D&D content, and in the new year we will be working towards some fun stuff. Can We Play Already is also the channel that produces for Roll for Damage. So.
Yes, they are, and they are great, and we love them. So check them out. Also, they are Can We Play Already on Twitter, Can We Play Tweets on Twitter, and Can We Play Already on Twitch and YouTube.
Oh, we have a new show that, not new show, a new season of Heroes of Valtos Crossing, which is a hard mode D&D adventure that has started up again. We had our first game on Thursday, when we will be going Wednesdays at 8 p.m.
Yay!
Do you say it's in hard mode?
Yeah.
Like everything's just really difficult and the monsters are really big?
So there's a whole rule set that kind of makes things a little bit harder. So like stuff like long rests are extra long. So like a long rest constitutes a week. So that means that if you want to get your spells back, you're committing a week. You have to ration your food and water. The monsters are more difficult. When you cast spells, there are chances that it fails.
That's crazy.
Bad stuff happens. Yeah, you get wounds and stuff rather than
like
just
a survival.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's exciting.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
So if you want to watch that, because that sounds pretty cool to watch, it is on Wednesdays on Can We Play Already Twitch.
Yeah, and I'm producing that one. So, if you go there, I will be in the chat and we can, chit-chat about
I'm
stuff.
going to write this down.
Very cool.
Wednesday.
Hi, Martin.
Amazing.
Happy to
And last but not least, everyone's favorite little bean.
Hi. I'm Selby. I'm playing Mari. She is a gnome ranger. She's a forest gnome, and she's a beastmaster ranger. So she's accompanied by Goose, her beast companion, who's a wolf, not a goose. And social media stuff, you can find me at SelbySea, SELBBYSEA, on Twitter and Instagram. And also, you can pop over to Axis Tavern, which Lili, I guess, can link somewhere. But the Discord server where we actually met, and over there I'm Wyvern, which is WY-VERN.
Yeah, Axis Tavern is an online D&D community. We have people from all over the world. We run online games and giveaways, and we talk a lot about dice. I think dice is really the
if you're a dice
number one
goblin,
topic.
Yeah.
we have like a whole channel for you.
Yeah. So yeah, if you want to pop over to Axis Tavern, there's links in the panels below on Twitch. So, without much further ado, shall we delve into the realms of Yol once more?
All right. I guess so.
The valley.
All right. So in last episode, we saw you were all up at the tavern and had various adventures in shopping. Some items were acquired. Some friends were made. Capriccio the Great has returned to his alchemist tent. And you all rested the night in the tavern. The plan was to set out to the Twin Lakes area because you're going to go along a little mountain range and through the forest, across a lake, and get to Twin Lakes because that is where the first brigand camp that you are investigating is. You remember in last episode, you were given a quest by the, oh my God, what's that word? Reeve Taurus, the leader of Farrowwhelm, to hunt down the brigands that have been attacking Yol Valley. So after some shopping and a quadruple date with Capriccio, except I don't know words. You all rested and went to sleep to the sounds of the tavern sort of ebbing and flowing, that wave of just murmur of conversation, clinks of glasses, that all lulls you into a deep sleep. As you're sleeping, it's pretty uneventful, as sleep tends to be. You wake up in the morning, probably pretty early, I'm gonna say around 7 a.m. Not really from anything in particular. There's certainly no sunlight. It's a very cloudy day when you look out the window. Seems like a little chilly even. That might have been what woke you up. But you all around find yourselves waking up or powering up from your long rest in the case of Artificer, Warforged that we have. And you're all in your own individual rooms. How would you go about your mornings? What are the morning routines of your characters?
Shireen actually wants to go to Ashko's room, and I quietly knock on the door. And I press my ear against the door, and I hit a little harder.
Damn. Oh, God damn it.
Ashko!
She walks over to the door and just like opens it a little bit.
Ashko!
What?
And I push myself in. I need. Yeah, oh, fine. And I throw her the thing from the bed. There you go.
And she like pulls it over. She goes, next time, just give me a minute, okay?
I first just do a quick look around the room and I do detect magic.
Like the other times that you have cast detect magic in this town, you don't sense any overt magic nearby. There might be a few small like magical items in the tavern below that they
nothing
use.
on Ashko herself.
No, nothing on Ashko.
Okay. Ashko, we are about to go into battle, and I need someone I can trust. I need to trust. And so, and I hand her my small knife, and I say, "Cut."
Shireen, why am I cutting you?
I need to know I can trust. Cut. Listen, I drank your stink tea. I need you. If you want trust, I want trust. And okay, never mind. I will just leave then.
No, here, come here. And she takes your hand and she puts the dagger back in your hand. She goes, I don't know from where you come from, how you earn or gain trust. but in my village, with my tribe, it was like this. And she pulls your wrist around her back, and she gives you like the biggest bear hug. And she goes, I don't know how this works for you, but this is how we give trust. And she just like squeezes you a little tight, and then she hears you like squealing, and she's kind of like, okay, so and she gives you a slice. She slices her palm, flips yours over, slices your palm. She slaps it together, and she goes, okay, right, sure. Is this?
Yes. And then all of a sudden, you just hear this reverberation in your mind being, oh my fucking God, you know how long it's been since I've been able to talk to anybody? It's been like, I've been traveling for months. There's no one that I know. And my face is just like this. And there's no one I've been able to talk to. And so this just makes everything so much easier. Thank you so much. Oh, you can talk back to me. Just use your brain. Just do it. It's fine.
And you can literally hear the sound of crickets.
Thank you so much. I just couldn't go on the road if I didn't have someone that I could talk to. So thank you. I really appreciate it.
Is this permanent? Is this like forever? Or is this just for now? Or like tonight? I need to know.
Oh no, I can do this at all the time with anyone, with anything. But you and I have an understanding. We gotta trust. We're cool. So, you know, I'm just very picky about who I talk to.
Okay, but you don't do hugs or physical contact.
Well, listen, the world isn't a safe place. The people out there are not nice people. You don't know who's who. You don't know who's coming to get you. You don't know who's doing what, right? Like, I'm just a normal person on the outside. I'm just a human being, as they call them. And that's all that anyone else needs to know.
All right, well, I mean, that makes sense, I guess. Yeah, but I mean, you'll see. You know what? We'll talk about that later.
You're my only one to talk to. This is gonna be awesome.
We're gonna have
so excited.
So many conversations I can see in the future.
This is great.
So yeah. Should we get the others now that? I mean, you can go get the others because I'm gonna get dressed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but you've been working out.
Yeah, yep,
right.
That's me. And she just kind of like starts pushing you out the door.
All right. Bye, buddy. Bye.
Oh, goodness me.
Awesome. So, you guys, Shireen, you are pushed somewhat. I don't know if you can tell that you're really being pushed. You're more just like strongly guided out the door, bouncer style.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna go and wake up anyone else? Is everyone else still kind of just like sleeping, dreamy? That conversation was about, like 10 minutes, I'd say. So y'all would have been half awake, maybe heard some footsteps going down the hall. What would y'all be up to?
Been up early because Goose needs to go potty hunt. So I would have gotten up early, maybe like 5 a.m.
Wow, damn.
Hunting time.
All right.
And gone out into the woods, found some berries, some food stuff, maybe like killed a rabbit and cooked it up and then sat at the bar.
Give me a survival check with advantage.
I rolled a nat 20.
Wow. All right. So.
And I've got like a plus.
Lots.
Yeah.
Plus what?
4.
Nice. So you sneak your way out in the morning. It's even chillier at this time of day. You can see outside, the sun hasn't even like peeked through the fog. It's all very overcast and dim, but it's not dark, so you're not afraid. You just are kind of wary as you're trudging your way out. You sort of leave the town and wander out into the forests that you're familiar with, and it's easy pickings today. As you're out there, the sky is beginning to lighten a little bit. Goose helps you by sniffing along, sniffing out little rabbit holes and gopher holes and other berry holes, and you find all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna say that you found, 5 rabbits that you can prepare and have a bunch of rations from. You also get a number of these, like, you haven't really seen them before, but these berries that they look like strawberries, except on strawberries where all the seeds are, these seeds, instead of being black, are like golden, and they came out of like a very interesting little like pile of soft grass that Goose found, and they seem to be special.
Okay. I'm keeping those.
All right, you have roll me a d12. 2d12.
2d12. Got a 6 and a 4.
Nice. You have 10 of those berries.
Oh, nice.
I'd say you're probably just entering the tavern as Shireen is being helped back out into the hall.
Cece does not like to be alone, so as soon as she wakes up, she'll go downstairs, and anyone else that's in the tavern she would try to converse with. So
cool. So I'll say that you and Mari get into the main room of the tavern at around the same time. You see the tavern keeper is already awake. Looks like she's probably been awake for a while. She's just wiping down counters. There's the smell of freshly baked bread in the air. Her name, which I totally know, is Tress. And as Mari comes in and you're sort of walking down the stairs, you see Mari, you see Tress. Tress sort of like nods at both of you, just continuing her work. Fizzle, what you doing?
So in the morning, Fizzle would get up, just kind of bolt upright because, the amount of inactivity is, 6 hours on the dot, just gets up.
Kind of like morning wood.
Dark wood core too. Okay. Well, didn't think of that one. Didn't put those two
That's how
things
it works,
together.
Right? Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, this Warforged who is made of wood is, just, going fully erect in the morning. So, and we'll go over and start preparing spells for the day, and then when that is finished, Fizzle will probably just go downstairs and see if anyone requires any assistance until his friends or her friends show up.
Perfect. So, we'll say that you probably get up right as Cece is walking down the stairs, and then Shireen is pushed out into the hall right when Cece gets to like the bottom of the stairs, and then Fizzle, you kind of probably would leave your room at the same time as Ashko. So you're all sort of arrayed around top level, bottom level stairs, but you can all see each other. You all figure it out.
Okay. Is somebody sitting down and like having breakfast, or like are we like slowly accumulating a
I feel
group?
like slowly accumulating. Yeah, you could definitely get breakfast if you wanted to. I mean, I know you don't, but
but I will sit next to people and watch them while they eat breakfast.
great.
I'll sit down for breakfast too.
All right. Everyone sort of accumulates.
I would offer up some of my rabbit jerky.
All right. So as you're all settling down, Tress comes over with a big, cast iron sort of kettle mug thing. It has a liquid inside that would be, I'm going to say fantasy coffee, some kind of dark, harsh, bitter liquid. And then she goes into the back kitchen, comes back out with a platter. It's like one big platter that just has like a brunch buffet on it, piles of sausages and fresh bread and cheeses and stuff. And she says, y'all gonna need to eat up good if you're gonna go out and check out those brigands today.
Ashko comes around and gives her a big old slap on her shoulder because she's a half orc and she can handle it. She goes, "Don't worry, Tress. We'll do what we can to get your boys back, or at least seek the vengeance they so deserve."
Appreciate it. It's been tough watching group after group go out there, but I hope that you'll be the group that comes back. I mean, I hope they all come back, but if I had to pick one, y'all are cool.
Hey,
Sorry?
I have a question for Tress.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take out one of the strawberry things that I found. Do you know anything? Like, you're from here, right? Like, do you know what this is? 'Cause I found
Huh. She takes it and kind of examines it a little bit, sniffs it. She's like, that ain't like anything I ever seen before, but, you know, there's an herbalist over in one of the other cities, Midvale, Rosie. I think she'll be able to tell you more about this. Seems to be more of her specialty, especially if you found them out in those woods there.
I'll ask her, but also, can I eat it?
I would say
I'm gonna put it in my mouth.
Oh.
You put it in your mouth. Do you like chew and swallow, or
I
are you
eat
just
it.
holding it?
I
Okay.
eat the whole thing.
Okay, cool. It tastes remarkably bright. It's sort of like very sweet grapes, and you feel yourself kind of glowing a little bit from the inside. Roll me a d6.
While she's doing that, I just kind of go, in my head, I'm going, hey, Shar, could you do your magic sensing thing, please, on these berries?
I got a 6.
You got a 6. You heal 5 hit points.
Oh, cool. I feel like healthier, you know? Am I glowing? I feel like I'm glowing.
Maybe a little bit. Shireen, would you did your detect?
Do I notice Ashko maybe looking at me going a little bit? Do I notice that? Okay, so then I say in your brain, oh, hey, I just forgot to tell you, you actually just can't talk to me. I have to talk to you first, and then you can reply. So let's do a secret code. So say maybe you go like this a bunch. That means that you want to talk, and then I'll be like, hey, buddy. Okay, hey, what did you want to talk about?
You can do the magic sensing thing on those berries. I'm not sure about them.
Oh, that's a real smart idea. Okay, and I say, Maddie, can I see Betty? I won't eat. Just see.
That's
Just
fine,
see.
sure.
Okay, and I
The whole bunch.
cast the magic, detect magic.
You hold the berries in your hand. Do you have your shades down? Or
Yeah, I put my little head on so you can't see my eyes glow.
Mm-hmm. And with your like detect magic X-ray eyes, you look at the berries glowing in your hand. The berries themselves seem mundane, but you notice those seeds on them seem to be pulsating a little bit with what appears to be like healing magic and also enchantment and illusion magic.
Maddie, these berries have magic. It looks like seeds have healing, maybe happy magic. I don't know.
That's why I felt better. Maybe I'll find some more later.
Trust like if you
Like
get
my
any
good
more of
berries.
those, they look real good.
They're good. They're not bad.
Yummy too. Hey, Ashka, maybe you can make some tea with them.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, we can definitely talk about that when we're on the road. That's for sure.
After we don't die.
Yep, 100% don't die.
Tress is kind of like hovering behind the table, and she's sort of like fussing with the platter a little bit, like straightening out the breads and cheeses, but you get the sense that she kind of wants to say something, but like doesn't know how to say it, so she's sort of dawdling.
So if she's just kind of sitting around there and not really like just kind of fiddling around, I'd go over and I'd say, oh, would you like any assistance with that? And just kind of help place things and reorganize them.
I'm just picturing like like full
It's
like
architecturally
Yeah, no,
arranged
I'm like
cheese.
really like just everything is going to be like neatly organized, perfectly aligned.
You
By,
reach over
like-
and do plates.
Yeah.
She just watches you sort of like with her hands in her apron pocket, and she's like, says quietly, she's like, Fizzle, I never met anyone like you before. You're very helpful. I appreciate it. Listen, y'all seem very competent, and I do not doubt your abilities whatsoever, and I don't want to imply that I have doubts, but I worry, there's been a lot of adventuring groups gone out and haven't seen them come back yet. So maybe take care when crossing the mountain range. I know you had plans to go over to Twin Lakes, but you're not taking the road, which probably is smart with the amount of brigands around. But when crossing the mountain range, things happen in those mountains, and I would recommend, if you could, maybe finding a guide. There's some small settlements throughout the ranges. If you enter from the southwestern passage, then I believe there's a nomadic settlement there. You might be able to find some help, but you're going to want to go through with someone, I think.
Very well. I suppose we would want a guide to help us through the mountains, but I think you're making some kind of a small fallacy. Just because these adventurers have not come back does not mean that they have died or anything terrible has befallen them. Perhaps they have just simply not returned.
That could be true. I mean, that's what happened with my first husband. Thought he was dead. Turns out he was living in Eberron with a whole other family. So, all I'm saying is I'd like you to be safe. And she puts her big half-orc hands on either side of your face and just sort of like rubs your cheeks and then walks off.
Just awkwardly attempt to do the same. And unsure, just look around and like don't know how to interact and just turn around and go back to the group.
Fizzle, you're going to learn that some half-orcs, we just, that the physical contact is kind of what we do. I'm sorry if that's confusing.
Would you like a face rub as well?
Yes.
Just attempt to face rub.
I want one.
I just go around in sequence.
Is this friendship?
I don't know.
We're gonna figure out our friendship. I'm sure as heck about that. God, we gotta go get a guide. All right. Well, everybody all settled up and fed.
Actually, before we go, I have a few machines that I've been working on, and I'll tell you what they do. But basically, I think that it would be beneficial to our group to maybe take advantage of these items before we set off. An enhancement of sorts for weapons. I can only do one today, but I could do one more tomorrow. You've all seen the effects of the magical infusion on my weapon as I pull out my bow and kind of show it. And there's kind of like all of these like gears that are kind of seem to be working to kind of help make a stronger kind of drawback and make it generally just a better weapon.
I will always take things to make weapons bigger. Can you do it with these? Oh, that's okay. Here, and I start tapping his face. Does this help?
Well, I can choose one weapon. So, which weapon would you like me to infuse?
Well, my finger knives act as one weapon. You might say one two-handed weapon. I say to Ashko, Ashko, can you just stand with Fizzle for a second in case he tries to steal my finger knives? Because I'd really like to get them done, but I don't want him to steal them. Can you just help me out for a minute, buddy?
And she like takes a step back and then shuffles to the side behind Fizzle and just kind of like stands
Fizzle.
there with her arm crossed.
Here, see, I trust you, and I take them off.
Hello, Ashko. When you hand me, can you just quickly describe the finger knives for me so I know what I'm working with here?
Yeah, they're like chains of gloves that just extend on my fingers, and then very long, maybe like 6-inch knives that come off each finger. Like Freddy Krueger? Have you heard of him? He's also from Eberron.
Yes, I think I've heard that legend.
Mm-hmm.
The legend of the 13th Friday of the month.
Yes.
So, I take the glove. It's funny because there are not 13 Fridays in the month.
It's canon now. Now there are.
It was long months. So I take the gloves and so where I kind of roll up my sleeves a little bit, and you see the mechanics of my hand is such that like there's a wooden core with kind of metal infusing throughout it, and I kind of hold my hands up and there's a click, and my hands kind of like release and pull back, and you see that there's a bunch of small tools that are kind of within my hands, and I kind of pick them up, and I am just making small minor adjustments, pulling things out of my bag and kind of attaching small gears and a kind of piece on the back of the glove, such that there's now a power source that is attached to the back that helps pull back and bring forward, magically infusing these gloves so that they are now +1 finger knife things.
Oh, I take them back.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Very primal.
Very cool.
You're welcome to give them a try. You don't need any special time to have them attuned to you in any way, but give them a shot.
Right, so we've got the gloves going. CC, Mari, you ladies ready to go?
Yes. I would just like to say that I don't have any shoes, at all. So, if I could use the shoes, that would be great, because we don't really wear shoes in the swamp. It just gets like a puddle in there.
Y'all need Crocs.
We have Crocs. There are plenty of Crocs there. You put the Croc on your foot.
Yeah, you just cut the head off, put the head, foot in the mouth.
Slip it into the
Yeah,
back.
of course. So
I make that canon. You have tiny baby crocodiles. You split a hole in their back and you shove their feet in, and then you wear.
It's not very useful because your toes just kind of stick out the mouth.
No, they're clamped so that between the teeth, that's like the holes in the Croc shoe. So it just lets the water flow out.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Is that so? You're not wearing those currently, but you do have them?
I have a bunch back home. I just don't have any shoes now. I just didn't bring them. I just,
Very
So,
well.
I mean-
I would need boots to start with, and then
Well, that does not help me. I thought they were boots.
no, I would need to. It would be an enhancement to your boots.
That's okay then. Someone else might have shoes.
Yeah, I also see, but I don't have shoes either.
Oh no.
We could purchase some.
We need to
don't
get y'all
think
some
we-
foot.
Why? Shoes are dumb.
I
Why do we need
could
shoes?
potentially make some.
We
Would
don't.
that work
It's
for
okay.
leather workers' tools?
Yeah.
Or do I need to be a cobbler?
No, you can
Shoes
sure.
aren't shoes just in the mind? Can't we just tie a piece of string, say, "Hey, this shoes," and then cast good magic?
Do you
Out
know
of
what the
character.
shoe
It
does?
literally says, "I require boots." It requires a pair of boots.
That's fine. Also, I can't see in the dark, so maybe that's one. I'm really.
They can only do one per day though, and they just
Yeah,
did the figure.
one per
Okay.
day.
No, save the other one then. That's okay.
We're just trying today.
Let me just
Yeah.
see, actually, for the
It's-
No
check that
shoes, no issues.
Sure.
out.
That's why I wanted to stay on the road, but that's fine. We could go through. Let's go. Let's get.
You can sit on Goose.
How big is Goose?
He's a big boy. Maybe not. He's big enough,
Big enough to.
to ride, but
You're a small creature. Cece's
maybe
a
you
medium
could be.
size.
Maybe you could be smaller.
I've got some calluses. That's all right.
Or
I
hey,
will-
maybe Ashko can carry you. Like
Yeah, I
No,
guess.
I
if
can
you
walk.
want.
I'm not.
she's
I'm not-
like really strong.
That's okay. I just thought the shoe thing, like everyone. Well, I guess Mari doesn't have shoes.
No,
That's okay.
shoes are dumb.
No
and
issues.
at this moment, like Ashko just kind of goes, "Well, I've got boots, and then she looks around at everybody else's feet. Does everybody else not have shoes?
Those are
I don't.
boots.
I have shoes.
Well,
Okay.
I have like
they're like fashionable.
But
Just the
one
hippie
pair.
people
Okay.
don't have shoes.
Yeah,
like
the nature
leather.
folk.
strips wrapped around, but no like real shoes.
Okay. For a second there, I thought I was the only one.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. You know that you're gonna need to find that guide in the small settlement, anyways. So, is no problem. So y'all get ready to head out. Maybe stuff some of that bread into your satchels and whatnot. You pull up Fizzle maps again of the valley. So you know that you're heading cardinal directions west to the left. On the map, because y'all are avoiding the main roads, you're going in a straight line across the foothills and then past that lake to the old settlement of Twin Lakes.
Mhm.
It should take about several hours of travel. When you enter the foothills, that southwest passage apparently is where you will find that settlement. Apparently, maybe, of the mountain people who can help guide you. So y'all head off. The fog is beginning to clear a little bit as you set off. You don't follow along the main road. You kind of skirt off to the side and just start walking through the fields. There's like a few farm fields. You see out in the distance various people starting their days, going out and getting out into the fields and plowing, or I don't know, whatever. But as you're walking for about an hour, you start to lessen off of the farm fields. It becomes a lot more sparse everywhere, a bit more barren. The grass starts to turn into more rocky sort of areas. And then you see ahead of you in the distance there is the mountain range more to like your south, but up ahead of you in the more northwesterly area, the mountains seem to descend into just smaller hills almost. And you see there's a clear passage through those hills. Everyone just give me perception checks. I'm assuming y'all are being maybe perceptive, or trying to be at least.
Oh, no.
20.
If this is considered one of my favorite terrains, which are forests and mountains,
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I can double my proficiency for making a check.
Go ahead.
He is not paying
That's
attention.
A natural 19 plus 2.
Okay, great.
12.
Great. All right. So Mari and Fizzle, y'all probably have been traveling off-road a bit more often. I don't know why, Fizzle, you would have gone off-road, maybe just to flesh out and buffer your Fizzle maps or something like that, so you had to wander off paths
It's a
for a
stress
while.
test, right? You gotta find the limits. so
Yeah.
that you know.
Exactly. You hit like a certain border and everything just starts going fuzzy and glitching out because it's the
Yeah,
end
that
of the
little
game.
circle that locates me just gets ridiculously big, and I can't.
Or like, have you guys played Baldur's Gate and you go like to clear all the edges of the map so you can
Mhm.
the entire thing?
Yeah, Assassin's Creed style too. So you two are a bit more familiar, a bit more comfortable as you're walking along these paths. Ashko and Shireen, you maybe aren't as well acquainted to this kind of terrain, and you're completely distracted by just like tripping over rocks, getting rocks on your feet, not like slipping on certain parts that are a little still wet from the fog, and you're just a mess right now all over the place. Shireen, you're kind of paying attention, but at the same time, do you have passive detect magic?
No, it's an
Okay.
action. And maybe I'm
Well-
also in Ashko's head being like, and then this tree, and then that flower. Did you see
Yeah.
that trees over there? Just distracting.
Lots of sighs. Lots of sighs out of Ashko.
So not only do you have to deal with this difficult terrain for you, but you also have to deal with the mental distractions.
I'm so glad
Mhm.
we're friends.
That's why I keep tripping over things.
Oh, hey! So also, I was reading in my natural explorer ability, difficult terrain doesn't slow your group's travel.
Cool.
What?
It's not really a
Mountain.
slowing thing. It's more just a distracting thing as y'all.
But just so you know,
Good.
I'm like directing everyone.
We know. We will remember now. Thank you, Mari. You're like, that's a rock. Watch out over there. So as you all start to like the road, not road, but the path kind of inclines a little bit and you start walking upwards. Mari and Fizzle, you hear off in the distance, sort of like on the wind, a faint like tinkling of bells. There's some voices being carried down. You suspect they're maybe a mile or half a kilometer away, maybe deeper into the mountains as you approach.
Do you hear bells?
I hear something weird. Hey guys. And I'm gonna like put up like a finger for like a stopping kind of like.
I just stop. I just full on stop.
Fizzle and I heard something. It sounds like creepy, like bells and like voices. So maybe we should be careful.
Ashko leans down. Are bells not normal in these hills?
Well, they sound like creepy bells. And if we're in nature, like, nature thing, right?
I just call out, hello? Is anyone there?
Your voice sort of echoes around a little bit. The sky is still extremely gray. Just picture like a very gray, mountainy, rocky outcrop. You hear your voice kind of almost bounce from mountain to mountain through the various hills. And then you hear the voices sort of pitch up in volume a little bit as if they're answering your call, but you can't quite make out exactly what they're saying.
So can I use my primeval awareness?
Mm-hmm.
To sense whether there are any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead present within 6 miles, since this is favorite.
6 miles is 18 kilometers.
Roughly.
Oh, I can do the. Sorry.
Yeah.
I realize this isn't like American.
That's okay. No worries. We are an international game. So, yeah. You would sense... Far away, though, there are some undead elementals and fae, but they're like way to your south, like in the mountains.
Not like near where the.
No, not where you hear the sounds coming from.
And if I'm remembering correctly, aren't we looking for like a settlement or something in this area? Maybe they have like a signaling system that equals bells. I'm just spitballing here. I don't really know.
Would I know of any like previous cultures that use
History.
bells as like signaling?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So like if this is unusual or.
Are these good bells or creepy bells?
16.
Nice. So you load up your Fizzlepedia system and
Search bells,
search.
comma, wild.
comma, why? And you know that in the mountains here, there have been some nomadic clans that use bells as a messaging and signaling system, almost like beacon fires, but with bells instead. You don't know enough to like know the specifics of what these bells are signaling, but you do suspect that this is one of those clans.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that in this region, bells are actually used to signal clans or potentially settlements, so that people are aware, almost like a signal sign.
Are they signaling us? Like
I think it's
warning
just
about us?
No, I think it would be more to let people know that there's a settlement or something of note in the region.
Or maybe they are being attacked and maybe they need our help.
Okay, this is it's definitely a
Like,
situation where
they
we
are-
should go.
They are letting the town know that there are the brigands there. So maybe we just found the brigands already.
We could be
Ah.
lucky.
That could be
Cece's
a...
gonna just start running in that direction.
Okay, right.
And be like, maybe they need our help. They need us right now.
Would you like assistance?
I'm following.
Yes,
I'm
I
just
follow.
like, okay, we're going
I follow
somewhere.
along.
Everyone hauls off towards the sound.
Y'all keep moving without me, and she just keeps going.
So you guys are on kind of a path. It's not really a path, more of just, worn ground that has been tread upon more often than the rest of the ground. It follows around through the uprised ground and hills, and it sort of turns around a bend. You're now at like the top of an incline that's dipping down into almost a mini valley created of the foothills around there. And you see there's a settlement down there that looks very makeshift, a bunch of sticks, cloths, but all of the cloths are extremely colorful, very bright especially against the like overcast gray skies. You see all around the perimeter there's strings of bells that are on like these very tall wooden sticks, and they're just strung together with little strings draping down and people ringing them. It seems to be very peaceful from what you can see. That's probably about 500 feet away down that little slope. And you just see people moving around. You now hear more clearly that they're calling out to each other, and they seem to be almost like singing or chanting or some mixture of the thing. And they're all sort of moving around almost as if it's like a morning wake up ritual, something.
What language are they speaking?
You can make out they're speaking common.
Okay.
They're speaking Bell.
Common and Bell, a little mix of both. Combell.
It's just all of the bells.
But they're like calling out like greetings to each other, sort of just morning.
We should go say hi, I think. They seem nice. Maybe they like know things.
I am very happy that they are not being attacked. This is a very nice thing to wake up to in the morning.
Hey, maybe they have shoes.
Oh my, we should probably get some. I know that we don't like them, but
Maybe they're like soft shoes or like shoes.
Well, we also need a guide, ladies. Don't forget that, please.
Well,
But
I'm
maybe-
a good guide.
I did not say you were not a good guide, Mari. What I'm saying is it's somebody who knows these hills to get us over to Twin Lake.
So you approach the camp?
Yeah.
Yep.
As you all approach, there are not like guards, but more sentries that are posted out. You see a few of them around the perimeter of the camp. They don't look like serious duty, though. They more just look like scouts, I guess, wearing leather armor, and they have like bows at the ready. But as you approach very casually, they just go, "Oh there, how you doing?"
I answer, same voice, echoed back. Oh there, how you doing?
"Oh, you sound like a native here, eh? My name's
Yes.
Chip."
My name is Fizzle. Can I be of any assistance?
"Oh, well, right now we're just looking out for, we're about to pack up the camp and meet up with one of the other camps down the way there. But, if you want to come in, stop in, have some morning tea with us, we're real friendly."
Ashka, they have tea.
I'm already excited. Yes, we would love to join you for tea.
"Oh, well, come right on in then.
Thank you very much. All right, everybody, come on, let's go.
What are all your names?" "I'm Chip."
Hi, Chip.
I am Cece.
Shadeen.
I am Ashko.
I already introduced myself.
Chip nods at all of you. He's like probably a young human man in his early 20s. As he's like nodding at each of you, you see he's kind of making a mental note, but he's not like too worried about anything. He kind of scans over all of your weapons and sort of just like shrugs. He's like, "All right, just head on down in there. If you want to get some tea, just ask for Buddy."
Buddy. Okay.
As you walk into the camp, it's like there's a big fire that's built up in the middle. It's not like a big flame fire, but it's like a big fire pit. It looks like it's made out of stone, as if they settle through here a number of times, but they sort of rotate through their settlements. All of the people around, as you're like walking in, they're all like, "Oh, good morning. Hello there." And everyone's just real friendly and just
I
waving
replay
around.
the recorded. Hello there.
And you approach. You assume the fire area is where everyone is gathering. There's some tables with food set out. You see numerous big kettles filled with like steaming mugs and kettles, and tea seems to be a big deal here. So
Everyone in this valley is so nice. You remember Dale? He was so nice. And now all of these people, this is just...
I'm very glad that you are being treated to kind folk, Cece. I just count ourselves lucky more so than make it a regular habit.
A few people start to take notice of you after obviously saying hi and whatnot. And it's you're kind of like clumped around there. Older, maybe like 50-year-old man kind of trundles over. He's wearing a very elaborate, long, like hot pink kind of robe with like a long skirt. And he has his long white hair like braided to his side. He comes over. Oh, hey there, travelers. My name's Buddy, eh? How can I help you? Wandering into our camp?
Buddy, you're the tea man.
I sure am, eh? I do a lot of the tea making, the syrup making, breakfast making. You know, you gotta start the day off right with a complete meal or else it's gonna be a long day, you know?
What kinds of teas do you make? Specialty?
Oh, we have this one from this guy. His name's Tim Hortons. He makes real good brew. Here, why don't I pour you some, eh? And he
Yes,
kind
please.
of like lines up some mugs, pushes them over to you. So, travelers, what brings you through here this fine old morning?
We're looking for wolfmen.
As you say that, he's sort of like mid pushing something towards you, and his face kind of a little bit concerned. He's like, "Oh, nice little young lady like you. What are you out there looking for wolfmen for?"
Because they're bad, and so I need to make them not be bad.
They
Like-
sure are. We've seen them around. Try to avoid them mostly. You know, it's a tough time around here in the valley with everyone getting all up in arms about these wolfmen. Luckily, staying to the foothills, we don't see them as much, but we do get them brigands down there. Especially, we just had to move our settlement from down near Twin Lakes and come up here because a lot of those brigands getting around, eh?
Did they hurt you?
We lost a few, unfortunately. Lost a few to them, but you know, we try to carry on. We're good people. We live with good people. The other camps out here are good people too. We just try to stick to our own business, not get too involved in the Council of Yol in the valley. You know, it's tough times. Tough times.
We are going to the lakes, actually. So, could you tell us how to get there?
Oh, well, it's just a straight, you see there, and he kind of points between, so to your south, you have like the mountain ranges towering above you, you have all these hills in front of you. He points another kind of makeshift path through the hills, but you see on that path, there are little sticks every now and again that look like they have large, like clanky bells on them. And he's like, oh, if you just follow that path there, you just head between those two hills to the other side, and then you're gonna go, you'll see the lake from up there. The elevation's high enough. It's a beautiful lake. It's a really nice lake. And you're just gonna go on down there, past there, and then past the lake, and then you'll see the settlement on the other side. Careful though, there's a lot of brigands around there, eh? You know.
That is what we're coming for. I have another question. What are the bells for?
Oh, those bells. We used to signal each other of danger, you know, because sometimes the brigands, they come up all up in our business up here, and then we see them, we shake a bell. Or if you're on the road and you see brigands coming, you shake that bell right there for us, and then maybe someone will come help you. Or at least we know to get our hides out of there, you know, eh? And he slaps his leg, has a good laugh.
I turned to the group. I'm like, I told you so. See, they trouble us.
Ashko does this. It's very strange, but she just scratches her forehead like this.
Hey, Ashko, hey, how you doing, buddy? What's going on?
I trust these people. Maybe it's because their accent, but I trust these people.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Oh.
be careful with them and don't look at them strange. They're nice people.
Okay.
Buddy,
Okay,
it's like,
I'll try to be nice. I'll
Ashko,
try to be
continue.
strange tradition you do there, eh? I don't know. I never scratched my head like this before, but kind of like it.
And
Is
she
this
comes.
like our secret handshake now?
Ashko, did you tell everybody?
Everyone-
Ashko, did you tell everyone?
I didn't.
Everyone just
I
just
didn't
stop
say. I didn't say anything. And she like slowly pulls it out of her face. I didn't say anything to nobody. I didn't say anything.
Is this
Okay.
out
Do you have
loud? Let me
lice?
hear you say that.
Yep. So, buddy, we kind of we were looking for a guide, but if you don't have anyone that we can take along with us, that you'd be
Oh, a
willing,
guide. Oh, I know a guy.
that would be great.
His name's Guy. Guy the guide. Oh, Guy, come over here. And
guide.
Guy trundles over. He's a portly, like, you almost think that he's a halfling because he's short. Like he'd be like a tall halfling. He's like 4.5 feet, but like very wide, almost as wide as he is tall. But he seems young. He kind of trundles over and he's like, "Hello, I am Guy. I can be a guide through the mountains for you, if that is what you seek."
It is.
I turn to Ashko and look at him, and then I hand the guide some grapes from my bag.
Oh,
This is for you,
oh.
She nods.
right?
Buddy immediately snatches them. He's like, "Oh, you got some grapes, eh? I love these. Oh, squishy." "Oh, Guy, you've been over these mountains there recently, eh? You know what's going on down there in Twin Lakes? These people trying to get to Twin Lakes." The guy says, yes. I've been to Twin Lakes maybe a month, 2 months ago, and it is bad time. There are many bad people down there, but I will bring you as far as I can, down to at least the lake. But yeah, he's like, "Oh yes, the lake down there, it is very beautiful. I will bring you down there if that is what you require, but only to the lake. I cannot go past that."
Yeah, can you fight people?
"No, I'm a lover, not a fighter."
Okay, because like I just don't want you to die, you know?
I don't know if I should be.
Oh, mon
Then I
chéri,
have
I
to
also would
live
not
with
like to
that.
die.
Okay.
The guy says, "Whenever you are ready, I will bring you down there. You say you are going to fight the brigands?"
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yes. We're
We're like really strong and stuff.
I have had friends and family who have been taken by them. Normally, I charge a fee to go across, but I will accept the grapes in exchange.
You're so nice.
Just please avenge my loved ones."
Are you a vegetarian?
Oh, you see this? He grabs his big punch.
I mean, if you eat a lot of potatoes, you can get that too. But I have a
That is good to know.
It-
What?
give it to him. Just give him.
Thank you.
You can like.
But he's
cook
like,
that. You
"Hey,
can
give me
eat
that, eh? I want one of those potatoes. I like a good potato, eh? Solid.
You can make some soup.
Oh, I love me a good potato soup. Maybe we'll set one on the pot before we head out here. Hey, buddy, over there." And he wanders off to go make soup, I guess.
Soup time.
Guide man, do you have shoes? Guy.
Oh, yes,
sorry.
I have shoes.
Guy, I should not assume anything. Guy, do you have shoes?
You mean shoes for you? I have shoes for me, but...
And I have 1 gold for shoes?
Oh, you need to purchase shoes. Yes, of course, yes. Give me a moment. And he wanders off and starts talking to some people.
Maybe if we find a size you can share, ladies. You can share shoes.
I think my feet are a little larger than hers.
I mean, I can still like, walk in them.
He comes back carrying like a woven basket that has like an assortment of different shoes
Are
in
they
it.
pretty?
Yeah, almost like a bargain thrift store kind of bucket of shoes that's just all mismatched in there. You could both find shoes that fit you. They're not going to be the best quality, but they're serviceable.
I want to find ones that are like pretty though. Like maybe they have color. Are they just boring shoes?
They're all like leather, because these aren't going to be like people's main shoes, you know? These are like their side shoes.
Maybe it
So,
was shoes.
And found shoes.
yeah, lost and found shoes.
Are
yeah.
there any with laces? Or are they
Sure.
like Because I want to tie some flowers in my laces so they're not as ugly
You can do that. Yeah.
for fashion.
You still have your cloak of many fashions, also.
Yeah. It's floral print right now. I'm a very fashionable forest lady.
Yeah. He says, they look very nice on you. I like the flowers that you put there. It is an interesting touch I haven't seen before.
Well, thanks. Here, have one. I'm just gonna stick it on his head.
Oh, he's got like a bald little hair. He's got no hair to hold it, but he like puts it over his ear. He's like, oh,
He
all
looks
right.
handsome now.
A big blush comes up on his like chubby cheeks. He's like, oh. Oh, so now that you have accoutrement for your feet, shall we head off onto the path?
I think that would be appropriate. Yes.
Onwards we go. And he sort of gathers up his rucksack over his. He has a walking stick with him. It's like twice his height, and he sort of sets off in a direction.
I want to walk like right behind him,
Okay.
judging his technique.
His technique of walking?
His technique of like guiding.
Oh, okay. So far, he seems pretty
His
good
wisdom.
at it as he guides you out of the settlement.
In my head, I'm just
Doesn't walk in
that
any
too.
tents.
He seems nice, but like I'm still the best guide in my head.
He notices you walking behind him and he's like, oh, ma chère, if you are going to be standing up here with me, could you perhaps keep an eye out for dangers ahead? Thank
Yes.
you, my beauty.
I'm looking. Oh, thanks.
You're just trying to make my face more and more red. Like,
I don't need to.
Your smile brings me joy. What else do you all want to do as you're walking?
I'm gonna poke Shireen. I'm gonna hang back with her, and I'm gonna poke her, and I'm just gonna like tap my brain.
Oh, hey.
Hi, I think we need a new signal, being that one's kind of weird. Apparently,
That was so strange.
yeah.
Everybody just caught him real quick.
That's not. I don't think that's what you want.
Hmm.
So maybe I'll just like fiddle with my ear and like scratch at it like this, and I'll go and then I'll wait for you. Does that sound better?
That sounds super good. Yeah.
Okay.
And then if I'm like facing the other way, just start going like, just make it really
and then
big.
everyone's gonna
Just in
copy.
case. Just in case.
Yeah, you know what? I think that's an excellent idea. So I just want to make sure that I didn't tell anybody. It's just you and me, and you know,
Okay.
and just when I tell you we can trust somebody, I want you to make sure that you know that I'm telling you we can trust these people.
Dude, did you see? I gave him like all these grapes. He was super nice to us. We're on the same page. I gotcha.
I'm super proud of you. You're making headway on these.
I smiled. Did you
and
see that smile?
That is a big improvement for you. I am
Yeah.
super impressed.
It's not easy.
You are coming along quite the way, and
Thank you.
we're gonna get it. So let's keep up with them, okay?
Dude.
Fizzle and Cece, how are y'all going along?
I'm just walking along. I would like to keep an eye out for some interesting dirt.
Define interesting dirt.
Just, maybe some dirt that doesn't look like normal dirt, or like some dirt that has some cool rocks in it, or just something that is slightly out of the ordinary.
Okay. Investigation or perception.
Oh, that's not a good roll. Let me just see. Investigation. So that's a 10.
There's lots of dirt around, but none of it stands out as particularly interesting, I don't think. Some of it is slightly sparklier, but you suspect it just has a higher like mineral content because you're in the mountains and maybe there's more rocks that are ground up into it or something. Yeah.
Okay. That's kind of what I'm going to be doing the whole time.
Just sort of like every now and then just sort of like bending down.
Examining some dirt.
Okay. Cece?
Cece's gonna go up to Mari, actually, and
Okay.
say, Mari, I just have a question. Are you like super afraid of dying or something? Because you like mention it a lot. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't want to die. Like that is the goal of this, is to stop the deaths and such. I just think you like mention it a lot, and like I don't think Guy is going to die, so I don't want to scare people, you know?
I'm not afraid of dying, but sometimes I think other people might die because like maybe they're not good at like surviving and stuff. He seems okay. He seems like he won't die. I just want to let people know that like they.
Okay, you're just playing it straight, I guess, right? You're just
I
saying,
don't know if I'm afraid of dying because one time I ate poop and I didn't die. And then another time I ate this rock that looked funny and I didn't die. So I think I'm okay.
Okay. I was just wondering because you talk about it a lot, so like.
Are you afraid of dying?
Well, I mean, grand scheme, where do we go after this, you know? But not really, you know. I have confidence in my own abilities to take care of myself.
That's good.
I was trained well by my people, you know?
How long do you live for? Like nasty people.
Like a little longer than humans. Like,
Oh.
yeah, we could live a little longer than them. Not much, but we're also a little smarter, so, you know.
That's always good.
You guys, as you're walking, I'm gonna say that Mari and Cece, you're about like trailing 7 feet behind Guy. He is, as you say, you know, Guy seems kind of competent, or whatever it was that you said more exactly. You look up at him now, and he is remarkably light-footed along this path. Like Mari, you all see, navigates this with extreme ease, but when Guy wanders through the path, it's like easy but also kind of beautiful. Like he knows every rock to step on. His body just sort of like flows, the way that he holds his walking stick. It's a very organic and natural. And as you pay more attention to him, you notice that he is humming, or kind of half humming, half singing, like a beautiful lilting melody in a language that none of you understand, which is French.
Wow. Guy, do you dance a lot? Do you like to dance?
Me?
Yeah.
I am not much of a dancer, but when I find myself on the mountain paths, it is like dancing for me. And he does a little like pirouette.
I'm so happy. I want to dance too. And I like mimic his movement.
You both prance up along the path. All right,
This is fun.
Who's paying attention? Who's perceiving?
I'm perceiving.
Okay.
Paying attention.
I actually also, if we're still considered in mountains, alert to danger even when engaged in another activity.
Even while dancing.
I'm still like
Cool.
into forest and mountain sound.
Cool. I'll get another perception check for everyone. You're going to be traveling on this path for a few hours, so.
11.
11,
17.
17.
8.
Oh,
Both 8.
17, 8, 17. Okay, so you travel along the paths, Mari. You dance along with Guy. He seems to take quite a shine to you. He, you know, lets you
I
hold
love
his
him.
stick for a little while. Aw, he loves you too.
he's my favorite.
Yay. And you all make your way through the pass. It's pretty uneventful. Now it's about, you set out around 7. It's about like 9:30 in the morning. So the sun is up but hidden through that thick layer of clouds. You do see occasionally through the mountains, there will be like a mountain lion off in the distance, other like normal mundane beasts littered along the path, a little mountain hare running along at times. You're climbing higher and higher, and the air starts to thin a little bit. Breathing is not difficult, but it is more difficult than it usually is at the altitude that you are used to. Everyone just, give me a constitution saving throw.
I don't need to breathe.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh my god. It petered on a 19.
Hmm.
To a natural 1.
Cool.
Lovely.
Cool.
11.
14.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a saving throw though?
Mm-hmm.
I have a +3, but that's still
Okay.
much.
Cece, you're muted,
Oh.
I think.
Yeah. I got a 5, but I have a +5, so that's
Okay,
a
cool.
10.
10.
I'm actually the 17.
Okay, it's going to be 10 to save, so I think Mari failed. Anyone else? Cece, you saved because you hit 10. So Mari, you're like, as you're dancing along, it kind of like hits you a little bit. You're like, the air is very thin. It's thin and cold, and it hurts to breathe in a little bit. And especially because you were so extravagant with your dancing and you're so excited, you just feel like a little bit of like pain inside of you, and you're going to take a level of exhaustion.
Oof.
Ouch.
So
So,
can we notice this, or?
Mari, would you be obvious with your
Oh, I'm
exhaustion?
very dramatic. Oh my god, this is like so hard. And I'm like leaning on Goose. And it's like the world is ending.
Guy is like, are you all right? Do you need to take a breather? We could stop here for a moment, or...
I'm like really tired. How are you like breathing right now? It's like hurts and it's cold.
You become accustomed to it when you are traveling through here so often, but for you, little one, you seem more acquainted to forests, and we could just rest here for a moment if you need.
It's really tall, high up for me.
Mm-hmm. Especially because you're small.
Yeah, I'm small.
So you all sort of pause there on the path. Mari is struggling. Do you guys want to rest here for a little bit, or...
We're going to have to rest anyway, right? Why don't we take a little break?
Small break should be fine. It shouldn't be a problem. So
You don't have to do like a full short rest, but you could like stop for a breather while Mari recovers herself. Did you want to set up a watch while you're waiting here?
Yep. I'll be watching the road from whence we came.
What's your passive perception, Ashko?
12.
As you all pause there, Mari's catching her breath. Ashko, you're standing the tallest, and you're scanning around the mountain ranges around you, and you hear off in the distance, but not too distant, maybe about 200 feet away, you would approximate. You can't see anything yet. There is like a low grumbling sound, and the sound of like claws against rock.
Y'all, we I think we got company coming.
And you all look in the distance where Ashko is looking, and you see, it's hard to make out at first because they kind of like come out of the fog. It starts like a dark lumbering shape that moves forward, and you see standing on a rock about 100 feet away from you, on sort of like a pile of boulders, there are 4 large black bears just looking down at you.
Oh no. Hello.
Y'all, we got big company coming.
Guy looks up in alarm, and he's like, oh, those bears, they are very ferocious. We should perhaps move. Or do you fight things? I am not a fighter. I'm squishy. I would make a good meal for a bear.
I mean, I can fight things, but maybe they're just minding their business, you know?
Okay, well, Guy, I would like you to get yourself behind a rock if possible, and
Yep.
everybody else get yourselves alert, and Ashko will pull out her great axe and just stand there and wait.
As you pull out your great axe, the bears almost sort of intuit this, and they start moving towards you quickly.
Wait, if we don't want to fight, I might have a way out.
Vissel, you better act quick, please.
Okay, so I pull out a long bit of rope, and I send out some small, robotic kind of mechanical creatures that quickly create this little emitter at the end of the rope, and I toss it up in the air and cast Rope Trick, which creates an extra dimensional space at the end of the rope that can hold up to 8 medium-sized creatures.
Cool.
And yeah, so it's
You're just in a little pocket dimension.
yeah, so it's like
Almost.
up the rope.
Y'all climb up. You have to climb up the rope?
Yeah. So I'll put it like 30 feet up.
Okay. Everyone give me an athletics check or strength.
Am I still at disadvantage
Yes, you are still exhausted because you didn't really get to catch
for
your breath
ability
yet.
checks? Okay.
I would
what
like
did you
to
say this
assist
was?
if I can.
Athletics?
Athletics or strength? Fizzle will assist you in your climb, though.
Okay, so do I just straight roll?
Um,
I'm going to
okay.
put a DC 13.
Oh, I forgot my strength was so high. Jeez.
8?
18.
18? All right, you're good.
doesn't even need me.
Mari, you scramble up the rope first. Fizzle, unsee, probably gives you a little boost up, like helps get you up there. But Mari, you just climb all the way up. What does everyone else get? Oh, I guess I should roll for guys.
Can we throw Goose? Can I try to heft Goose up into the dimension?
Yeah, Goose.
It's 30
Can
feet
someone
up in the air.
carry him? Hold on, let me
Oh.
see. Let me see how much he weighs.
I grab
God.
Goose and I like huff him over my shoulders.
He's
Oh my God.
not happy about this. He's doing that dog squirmy thing, like.
Goose, behave.
Yeah.
Goose, you
I'm
be
gonna-
good.
I'm gonna have Pop
Look
just
for
jump
Mama.
up onto my back.
That's cocked.
All right.
That's also cocked.
I got a
Hey.
4.
Oh no.
Cece, you're trying to climb up this rope, but you're too wet. You just keep
I'm
sliding, sliding down. The bears are now about 50 feet away from y'all.
Oh god dang it.
Mari
And
is up at the top already. Ashko.
I'm 19, and when I get up there, I'm gonna get Goose off my shoulders.
Mm.
But the fact that Cece is having a problem getting up, I slide back down, and I'm gonna wait for her to. I'm gonna help her try again.
All right.
I'm still down there too, so maybe we can both sort of boost her
Cool.
butt.
Assist. Cece roll with advantage now. So Mari is up there. Goose is up there. Guy is kind of still hiding behind the rock. He's like, they are coming closer.
Gotta get up here.
I got a 3.
With advantage?
I got a 2 and a 3.
Oh god, these bears are getting way too close now. So
I'm
I'm gonna
trying.
send. Can I send Pop to go like bother the bears?
Yeah.
So I'm
Pop.
gonna send Pop over to go and kind of yeah. I'm just gonna go and get him to attack the bears.
Okay. He bounds over in a valiant, heroic effort. You see one bear just swat at him, and he swats back, and they seem to be momentarily engaged. Y'all are still on the ground. Do you want to try and help Cece again?
Yeah.
I let Shireen go and deal with her. I run over to Guy. I grab him by the scruff of his neck. I drag
Oh,
him back over.
Well, yeah.
Yes, easy. Climb on my shoulders. Stand. Stand.
Okay.
tall.
I have like 50 feet of rope.
Grab
You're
the
trying to
rope.
climb a rope. I don't
Already-
know if
I
it's
mean,
gonna help.
there's already a rope there.
Yeah, but like tie it on her.
And then you're gonna pull her up.
Well,
What's
me
your
and Goose are gonna pull her.
Oh, she's very
Goose
strong.
got like a.
Well, Cece, roll it one more time. Shireen is giving you like a full boost up. Roll with advantage.
I got a 2 and a 9.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Is your athletics a 0, perhaps?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
All right.
All right. I turn to get ready to fight the bears.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll just turn.
I'm gonna shunt Guy up the rope, and then I'm gonna join my sisters in battle at this point.
Guy.
Thank you for
The
the
rope
attempt.
is now wet from Cece trying to climb it so many times, and Guy just like grabs it, and he's like, "Oh mon dieu, mon dieu!" And his little legs are kicking out. He's trying to climb up, and he just slides all the way down and lands with
Oh, no.
a thump on the ground. And we're
Okay,
just
here
gonna
we
roll
go.
initiative.
Here
No,
we
I'm the
go.
only person. Okay, can I still like? Where am I though?
You're like in this extra dimensional pocket. Can she like look out of it? I'm just picturing like a hole in space.
Yeah. So
Is it still up? Like
can
what
reach by
happens
time
when
on top of the rope.
goes
Hold
away?
as many as 8. Making the yeah. So it goes into the space. Attacks and spells can't cross through, but you can see in and out of it as if through a 3-foot by 5-foot window.
I can see out of it.
Yeah. So it's like a small. There's a little like people.
But you can't
About that big.
attack out of it, which you have to go down the rope to do
Yeah.
an attack, I guess. Okay. cool.
Okay.
So let's actually take a 15-minute break, and then we'll
Great.
Okay.
come
Okay.
back straight to
Okay.
bed.
Good.
Y'all ready for this?
You.
Me too. All right. So off in the distance, about 50 feet away, Pop is engaged with the black bears. They're all going to make attacks on Pop while...
Oh boy.
Right. This will be their, like, extra round because they were already engaged. So that is... that one's a 21, a 10, and a 13.
The 21 hits, the others don't.
Okay, cool. And so that's gonna be with its claws. It just reaches over as you all get settled and you set your feet and get ready for battle. You look over and you hear almost like an electronic whine in the distance as this massive black bear paw just bats across Pop's face, dealing Pop 7 damage. And the claws kind of rend into his metal little face and sort of sends his eyeballs flying around, his mechanical eyeballs, not real eyeballs. Mari, you're up first.
Okay. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn to Guy.
Guy's on the ground below you.
Okay. Oh right, I'm out. I'm in the thing. I'm gonna like peek my head out and kind of like gesture in a way that's like, you should climb up. And then I use my full movement to get down.
Oh, okay.
And Goose is going to use his movement to follow me.
Okay.
I'm not sure if we need to make athletics checks.
Not for going down. I won't give you one.
And he's like jumping. He's a medium.
Okay. You can't end your space on the same space as Guy, though. So I'm just gonna put you right next to him.
My movement is 35 feet.
Okay,
so
perfect. So I can put you
30
right
and then
here.
move.
And then Goose is 30.
He's got 40 feet, I think. Or wait, let me check.
I'm gonna say Goose like jumps because Goose can't slide down like you can.
Yeah, no, he's jumping. Yeah. He's got 40 feet of movement.
I'm just gonna put him. He soars out of the pocket dimension and lands softly on his padded feet in front of Shireen.
So for my bonus action, I'm commanding Goose to help, which means that on Guy's turn,
Okay.
Goose is gonna give him advantage on athletics checks.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna put this here then. Awesome. Mari, did you want to take an action? You just moved now.
Yeah, so for my action, I am going to shoot twice at. Just take a quick look. Oh wait, no, my range is good enough. Those aren't rocks like obstructing view?
No, it's just to indicate that they
rocky
are at an
terrain.
elevation above you.
So I've moved my full movement, so I can't really go any further. But
You will shoot at disadvantage because you have to shoot upwards at them.
okay,
So that counts as like a bit of cover.
that is fine. I will shoot at disadvantage then. Twice. First one is a 14 plus 9.
Will hit.
And the second one, natural 1.
Will not hit.
Yeah. So the first one hits, so that's...
Which one are you shooting? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Let's go for 1. It's right next.
All right. And damage.
6 plus 4, 10.
Awesome. Even at you're pretty short. They're up higher above you significantly by like 30, 40 feet. But even then, you know what you're doing. You pull your short bow out and you just let that arrow fly. At first, you're not sure if it's going to hit Pop, but then it just scoots right over to the side and strikes the black bear that just attacked it right through the eyeball. You see it sort of like stick right into his skull, and that bear falls over dead.
Oh.
Wow.
Next up, Ajko.
Wait, which one is dead now?
BB1.
1.
Tragic.
So I'm going to say now that Mari is on the ground with you, I will say that you will ignore difficult terrain. But
Okay.
Mari, if you were still in the pocket dimension, I wouldn't have given you that because you're not like with your group.
Got it.
Great. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35 will get me right up to BB4.
Okay.
Put that there. And I'll just walk up to them and go, "Hey!" And I will rage as a bonus action, and
Okay.
turquoise-colored spirits start whirling around me, and I will swing my axe once at BB number 4. That's
BB.
cocked. That is a 23 to hit
Yep.
for max damage. 4 plus 14 plus 4, 18.
18. Yep. So you run up and you bring your spirits with you. You're raging full on. All of your spirits are now, you see your mechanical little friend in danger, and all of that anger just overwhelms you. You go in for attack and you brutalize this bear, killing it in one blow. How would you like that?
That would be great. So I take my axe around and I'm just gonna take his head clean off and let it fall down the mountain. And I don't think, actually, no, I cannot get any closer to them. So I'm already wielding my great axe, and so I can't do anything else. So I'll stand there and be all. I'm gonna try to be menacing, but that's not really my forte.
All right. So, as that giant bear is looming over you, easily decapitated in one blow, the lifeless body falls to the ground. But then you see, as it falls away over its decapitated body, you get a closer look at Black Bear 2 and 3, and they seem different. Give me a I don't know, nature or perception.
Either will give you the same result, so of +2. That's a 16.
Okay. So you see that they almost, you're not really sure what it is about them because they're obviously very large creatures. They are covered in thick black fur, but between the two dead ones on the ground in front of you and these two other ones, you notice that the other two have almost a human essence to them. They don't, when they, like, number 2 is reared back over Pop, and it stands, the way that it stands isn't like a bear's stance. It's sort of hunched over, more like a human. You see that traces of their face, they're not as animalistic as the black bears. They seem to have more of a defined jawline. The snouts are a little shorter, and their eyes look like fully human. There is something different about these ones. And number 3 just kind of like glares over at you as 4 falls and just bares his teeth in what seems like a very feral smile.
Oh, well, that's fun. Okay.
Yeah. Cece.
Cece is going to move as close as she can, I guess, right below the rocks here. So, like, well, I guess just on the other side of Shireen, then. Like,
Okay. Are you Anonymous Frog?
I think so.
Right here?
Yeah, perfect.
Sweet.
And then, she is going to take out a little piece of octopus.
Mm-hmm.
And chew on it for a minute, pop it in her mouth, and cast Evard's black tentacles right around where those 2 other bears are. So it's a 20-foot radius.
Right here?
Yeah.
It's gonna get Pop in there as well.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. What does Evard
I'm
do?
sorry,
Is that a
Pop.
saving throw for you?
RP.
Yeah, sorry, Bob.
You could have placed it like that.
I could place it behind them.
Sure.
I don't want to get him in it. Yeah. I could put it over here. I didn't know if they batted him away from them or just hit him and he stayed there. Yeah, so that's good. I want to get, they could get at least on the edge of it. They don't have to be in the center of it.
Okay.
And that is a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Do you want to describe those tentacles popping out of the ground there, what that looks like?
It looks like a small growing plant at first and then just bursts out, and there are these 8 large octopus tentacles that go reach around to try to grab the two bears that are there.
The tentacles snake out and sort of like slithering along the ground like a root, I feel like, starts to wrap its way around Black Bear 2's foot. But you see Ajko, you being right up there, you see as almost like, again, a very human gesture as the bear sees the tentacle coming for it and it just steps out of the way very easily, almost like a little dance. Black Bear number 3, same thing, just completely avoids getting caught by it, almost does a bit of a like side somersault thing. They're kind of like ninja bears.
I don't like this.
Ninja bear.
Do those stay there, Cece?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that area is all 20-foot radius. I won't bother marking it. We know where it's at.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's it.
Okay. Shireen.
Shireen is going to double her movement. So
Mhm.
she's going to move and then move as in one of her actions to over here. Let's see. And then Ajko isn't within 30 feet at this point, right? I'm trying to get both of the two bears, but I think Ajko, if it's a radius, would be outside.
A radius of 30 feet.
Or I can
think-
move back a bit.
I am within 20 feet of you.
Yeah.
Okay, let me move back a little bit. I just want to try to get the two bears. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Because if he's in a straight line, then it should theoretically curve up a bit. Or am I going to get him?
No, you're good. It's a radius, right? Not a.
Yeah, it's a radius.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you're good.
Perfect. So I am just going
You're gonna
to
get
look
popped,
at them.
but yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Pop. Well, maybe. And I'm going to face the bears.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to rage.
Mm-hmm.
So that means I roll all of a sudden black flows through my veins and out in my eyes. And the spirits come to help me. And necrotic energy bursts from me.
Mm.
And each creature within 30 feet takes 1d10 necrotic damage.
Ooh.
So let's
No
see.
save?
No save, and I
Dang.
gain their temporary hit points.
Wow.
So 1d10.
Within
First one
30
was
feet, you said?
within 30 feet. So
Including
God,
pop.
I'm sorry. So I guess the first one is a 5. That would, I guess, be bear 1. And then
Mhm.
we'll do pop.
Bear 2, I think.
Okay, you want to do bear 2?
Mhm.
Is
5's
4.
dead. Pop 4?
Was 4. And then pop gets 6. Sorry, pop.
Oh, sorry. He took 6 damage?
Yeah. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I get 15 temporary hit points, I guess?
Cool.
Cool.
Is this a Kalish? Is this, what is this?
This is, I am a wild soul barbarian, so every time I rage, the magic comes through my body and comes out in an unexpected way. So I'm trying to lessen the damage on my friends.
Cool. Very cool. What does it look like when the energy comes into you? Your veins are glowing black. Do they change?
Yeah, they come out, most of my magic is expressed through my eyes, so just black veins start creeping out from my eyes, and it just gets...
Awesome. Awesome. All right, that is Fizzle.
Okay, first things first. Pop is going to try to bite the bear. That's going to be a bonus action.
Okay. BB2?
Out of BB2, yes. Out of curiosity, are there going to be 4 more bears that are going to show up so we can get a BB8? It's my joke. I've been holding on to it since I saw the BB part.
I mean, I could throw in 4 more. I really want.
So, that is a 13 to hit to bite.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Wasn't expecting that to hit. Okay,
Natural armor.
That's 7 damage, piercing damage.
Okay.
And then it needs to make a DC 13 strength saving throw.
That is 13 on the dot, actually.
So I believe it succeeds.
That saves, yeah.
So yeah, then that's fine. And so that's Pop's turn. Pop is not going to move. Pop is going to stay there. I, however, am going to just, pull up my bow. Actually, can I move closer? Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, look for myself there. So there. And I am going to shoot at BB2 with my magical longbow. That's a 13 to hit.
13, yep.
So D8 plus 6. 7. And then I'm going to shoot another round because it is magical. Wow, my rolls are garbage. 11.
11 will still hit.
What?
It's 11 to hit. They are some kind of mutated bear, but they're not wearing any armor, so it's just fur protecting them.
So that's going to be 11 damage.
All right. So this bear now, you're a little closer, you see over the rocks and stuff, it's bleeding pretty badly from the leg where Pop is just sort of, and it also now has a number of arrows sticking out of it, but it appears to be like panting very heavily and kind of starting to lag a little bit, but it doesn't look super hurt yet. I mean, it looks super hurt in terms of like everything you know about bears, it should be dead by now, but it doesn't appear to show pain.
Did Pop's bite appear to affect it as much as it should have?
Yes. It took full damage.
Okay.
Oh, now it's their turn. So, Black Bear 2 is looking very hurt from a number of things. Just real quick, on Avard's tentacles CC, is there another saving throw on the beginning of their turn or when they move or anything like that?
Let me see. No, it's just the first time. And then they could try to break out each time.
A creature that starts its turn in the area.
In the area?
Yeah.
Is it still within the area?
Yeah, it is. It hasn't moved yet.
Well, then there you go.
Okay, so I have to do another dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 14.
14 is the DC.
Okay. So I save. And Black Bear 2, the tentacles are reaching out to grab him, and he almost sort of like skips over them like a little kid in a skipping rope. And he rushes towards Shireen and is going to do 3 attacks. First, he lunges forward, going for Shireen's neck in a bite. And
before that happens, can I make an attack of opportunity with Pop?
Yes.
Roll the 2.
Oh,
again.
Martin.
Twice in a row.
Pop gets a little too excited and kind of nips at his ankles.
Oh, that's going to be... yeah, no, that's definitely not going to hit. It's a 7.
Little nip at the ankles, but couldn't really sink it in and get there. Shireen, I'm assuming a 10 does not hit you.
No.
And then it's going to swipe at you with its claws. That one is going to be a 14.
Oh, yeah, that's my AC.
Okay, cool. So this one is going to be... That is going to be 5, 8, 13 damage as it is slashing damage.
Okay.
So it tried to lunge at your neck and rip your throat out, but then you sort of dodge out of the way. But as you do, its claw comes upwards and it sort of like rakes up your entire torso with these like deep gouging slashes. BB number 3 is going to bound over to Ashko. Oh, and it's going to make a dexterity saving throw first. That is a 10. So BB 3 starts to move away, and as it does, the tentacle reaches out and snares it.
They also take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, okay. All right, and then I have to make a strength saving throw to break it.
It is restrained, yeah, and it has to make a strength save to break out of it.
That one is an 18.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
it
could take a strength or a dex.
Okay, I did strength. It has no dex. So the tentacles wrap around its legs. It struggles against them for a minute. It lets out this huge roar that seems to echo around everything around you. And Ashko, you just watch as it kind of like braces itself and like opens up its knees and like breaks the tentacles around it. But that will be its turn. And Guy is at the bottom of the rope. Goose is like nudging him with his nose, like sticking his nose like under Guy's fat little butt. He's like, oh, not there, please. That's his private area. And he's going to make a strength save to try and climb the rope. He's a -1, so that's a 7. The rope's
Did you
still
do
a
it with
little
advantage?
slippery. I did. I rolled a 2 and an 8. So he's trying to climb up the rope. It's still a little slippery. Goose is trying to like get him up there, but he's like, my arms, they are so weak. So no for Guy. Back up to the top. Mari.
Okay.
This is the real struggle here.
Yeah.
I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right over here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to move myself and I can't do it.
I got you.
Okay, right there. Okay, and then I'm gonna angle my shot, sort of, so I don't get fizzled.
Okay, cool. You're still going to be shooting at, are you trying to get number 2?
2.
Okay, cool.
Just because he's right up there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to first, bonus action, cast Hunter's Mark
Mm-hmm.
on number 2. And then I'm going to try and shoot him twice. The first time is going to be with my unbreakable arrow.
Okay.
If I hit, that'll be extra.
Cool.
Okay, so the first one, which was with the unbreakable, is a 17 plus 9.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And
like more than double its AC.
The second one was a natural 2.
Okay.
So 11.
Plus 9, that will also hit.
Okay, cool. So the first attack gets an extra, a d8 plus 4, so that's 8 plus 4, 12. And an extra d6, which is, I rolled a 1, so 13.
Okay.
And
It is now looking rough.
then 1d6 plus 4, 5, and then roll for the hunter, 4, so 9. Okay, shit.
Yeah, this is looking on his last legs now. You fire off those arrows. Shireen, you kind of reel back as you see them whizzing from the air from tiny little Mari. And one arrow goes right through the bear's throat, and then the one catches it like in the side. It sort of topples over. You get some nasty smelling blood on you a little bit, but it is still standing. And
Sorry, Shireen.
Okay.
Okay, Ashko.
Well, BV3 looking like a problem. So, we're going to move right
You're
up
a real
on.
problem solver, Ashko.
Yeah. That's what I try to be here. So I'm gonna move right up on, and I will flick the blood from the previous bear off my axe, bring it up real high, and I'm gonna swing with reckless abandon. So both of these attacks will be at advantage. Okay, so that's a 24 to hit.
Yep.
And a 22 to hit.
Both hit.
Okay, so minimum damage on both of them. What is this? Okay, so 2, 4, 8, 12, 14, 15, 16 total damage.
All right. And I believe you are also now within the radius of the tentacles.
Technically speaking, I think that's
Is it
true.
all
1, 2,
creatures,
3,
Cece?
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
And I enter the area, so I make a dex saving throw. I can see it, so I have advantage on it. Yeah, 21.
Cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
no problem. You dance around the little tentacles, none of them getting you, and then because you're kind of distracted, you don't have your foot set right, you do slash into the black bear. It doesn't do as much damage as you like, but it definitely opens up a big gash across its like shoulder, chest area. And again, that just the blood smells like foul, like really metallic, but also like sour. All right, is that your turn?
That will be my turn.
Cece.
I click on. I'd like to move right next to Mari.
Okay.
Hi.
And then hello. And then I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers on the one right next to Ashko, bear number 3.
Cool. You just checking on concentration for your spells. It
Drops
drops the tentacles.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And Dissonant Whispers on BB3.
BB3.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yep, 14.
Oh, it's not a very wise bear. Oh, damn, not 20 though.
Oh, shoot. Still
What
take
the
that.
heck?
A very lucky bear.
Is a hey boo boo.
Oh, I'm also gonna spend a sorcery
bear
point
French
to
too.
cast it at 4th level.
Okay.
That's
46.
so many D6s.
Wait, didn't I save? Oh, but
You
it's
get
half
half,
damage.
yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
That is 19.
On BB3.
BB3, yeah.
Oh God, math.
Have 2, 9.
Yeah. You see the bear kind of just like shake its head in a very animalistic fashion, almost as if there was a fly buzzing around it or something, and it just snorts a little bit. Roars again in Ashko's face. Anything else for you, Cece?
No, that is it.
All right. Shireen.
All right, well, I have a big bear in front of me, so I'm just gonna do my 2 attacks at him with my
Claw
fingers.
attack back.
Sorry. Let's see. And
You claw me, I claw you.
and they are at advantage, right? Because I'm raging.
Mm-hmm.
They'll
Wait.
get +1 because they're magical.
Well,
yeah.
if you want advantage, you would have to
You have to
attack
do
recklessly.
recklessly.
Okay, so I don't get.
It's not
So
an
I-
automatic thing. If you attack with advantage, I get advantage against
Oh,
you
it's
next turn.
strength checks and saving throws,
Mhm.
not.
That's right.
Okay, sorry, dudes. I'm new to being a barbarian.
That's okay.
Um,
I'll want
okay,
barbarians to do
and
that.
and the +1 is that I got from you, Fizzle. Is that to damage or to the attack?
Both.
Yes.
Woo! Okay, then I got. Sorry, dudes.
That's okay.
Nice.
It is. I'm doing great.
You are.
+6. So, 23 and 24.
Both hit.
Wonderful. So let's see. And then 2d12. +3 +1. So that is 11. 15 for the first hit,
Mm-hmm.
and 9 for the second hit.
Cool. How do you
Right,
want
so I
it?
added those. Oh, so I just go, and it like rips it across the stomach.
So it already had like an arrow sticking out of its stomach, another one out of its neck, and you just flex your claws, your finger knives, and you carve open its stomach, its entrails and intestines and guts all like spill out with an unholy like plop. You do notice though, like as they spill out of the body, there is that super foul smell again, but also like wisps of black that just kind of come off of its insides. And then you see like as it falls to the ground, the wound from its neck is also dispersing this black mist out, and it just crumbles to the ground dead.
I have no more detect magic. Why would I need it? Oh.
Fizzle.
Okay, interesting. I am going to move Going to move right over here next to Shireen.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. No, I wanted that to be a Control X. Thank you. And I'm going to shoot at BB3 with my bow.
Okay.
Natural 20
Nice.
Woo! Redemption.
for my terrible rolls. So that is going to be. Let me just see what my bonus is. So that's damages plus 6. So that is going to be 12 on the dice plus another 12, so 24 on that first shot, and I'm going to shoot again. And that's not as good. That's a 9 plus 9,
Still
so
a hit.
18.
It's both hits.
So that is going to be 8 more damage. So
Wait, what was total damage on both attacks?
so it was 8 and 24, so
Okay.
32 damage.
32. Yeah, this one is looking very, very rough now as Fizzle very calmly, I'm assuming, just
Yes.
And Ajko, you see as these arrows hit this bear, especially the first one slams into its shoulder and almost like knocks it sideways. You see chunks of its flesh go flying, almost as if it was a gunshot wound. It just annihilates its arm. That arm falls limp. The second arrow strikes it right in the hip and it kind of like totters again. It is now breathing extremely heavily and like bleeding out all over the place.
And as a bonus action, I would like to instruct Pop to go and just, give him a little nibble.
Can you do that in the Fizzle voice?
It's a telepathic command.
Oh, okay.
I just, gotta add the flavor. So Pop is gonna go and do a nom. I haven't said that word in a long time. Do a nom.
Nom nom.
So that's plus 5, so 16 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that all of my things do the same dice. That's great. So that's 8 damage with the bite.
Wow, that was exact damage. How is Pop gonna finish it off?
So I would like the 2 arrows to kind of hit like you said, and then where that first one hit, I'd like there to be like just a little bit of a twinkle of light, and it lumps. So Pop knows to jump exactly at that point, and just takes a big old chomp and tears away the flesh.
The bear lets out like a low moan as it falls away from Pop's jaws. Pop's sitting there, its little tail going back and forth. Bark, bark! And everything is dead. I'm just gonna, because Guy's turn is next, so I just want to, last
Ditch.
Is he still not up the rope?
You got a
No.
5 and a nat 20 this time.
Oh,
So
great.
finally, not knowing that the battle has ended, Guy and Goose is now like on his hind legs, almost standing, and Guy is like climbing up his back. Oh, it is so sweaty and wet. I cannot. And just manages to get all the way up to the top, peeks out of the pocket dimension, and sees everyone is done fighting.
Hi. So
Hello.
I'm very concerned about my arrow.
Okay.
As soon as that bear is dead and everything's good, I'm running over to go.
Cool.
I can retrieve it.
You are a ranger, so I will let you do this as a survival check.
Okay. Well, 19.
Yeah, no problem. You kind of, Shireen made it a little easier for you too, because she sliced open the innards, so you kind of just get right in there. You fish around a little bit, and you grab the arrow out.
I would also like to take a poke around these innards since they seem off.
Mm-hmm.
So sniffing them, maybe I like stick my finger in and like lick it a little bit.
Sure, you can do a nature or arcana.
My arcana Arcana is crap. So, I rolled this dice. Really likes 15s. I rolled another 15 plus 4.
Is that
Right.
nature or arcana?
That was nature.
Okay, cool.
My Arcana.
Fizzle.
I would also like to examine the body after that kind of black smoke was coming out of it.
Okay, you're gonna do an arcana, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Cool. So I'll just run through Mari. Mari, as you like poke the innards, you lick an intestine, you maybe, rub some of the blood between your fingers, and you're like, I'm gonna use the same. Wait, nature was a what? Sorry.
19.
19. Yeah, that's what I thought. You can tell that this bear, all of its inner workings are there, like a normal bear should be. But as you're like examining the blood and the insides, you feel as though it's been tainted, possibly by something that it ate. It seemed to come from like the stomach and the infection spread through there. Fizzle, what was your roll?
I got a 19 on Arcana.
Cool. And so as Mari is rummaging around inside of this bear, I'm picturing Mari, you're like fully inside of it with your like feet kind of
Yeah, I've like
sticking-
crawled in. I'm just like covered in gore, and I'm like picking up some entrails. It's like really nasty because I just kind of like sniff them, like a little bit of blood. Anyone who's watching is probably horrified.
Yeah, Fizzle and Shireen are standing over you. Fizzle, as you're watching Mari go about these things, you kind of do almost the same thing. You examine the blood and you come back down to that blood. As you rub it between your fingers, you identify that it feels almost gritty, like not the slipperiness of blood that you're used to, almost a bit like sandpapery. And you get the sense that these mountains may have in some way corrupted the creature. You know that it's some form of magic, like almost like a poison. Something that it ingested and then took over and created a magical effect of God, what school is that? I don't know. Mind control.
Mind control would be enchantment?
Yeah,
Yeah.
enchantment. That's the one. Guy is peeking out from the dimension and he says, "Is it all safe over there? All of the bears, they are dead?"
Yeah, it's safe now. Do you want some teeth?
No, I am okay here in the...
Okay, more for me.
I will rest here while you do things.
I think we should burn this body. I think you should get teeth from other bear, but this one, we should burn.
Oh, you know what I forgot to do, Lily?
Roll with disadvantage, but it's okay.
Roll with disadvantage. Let's just see what it would have been. Would have been an 8.
That's okay.
I don't know
You-
if I caught it or
We'll
not.
say that you got advantage because you have Fizzle also doing an
Fizzle and
Arcana
I were
check.
like working
You're
together.
communing and yeah, it's whatever. Rules.
CC.
Oh,
Who
I
needs
forgot what I-
rules? Rules are meant to be broken. I get a
forgot
nat
to do
20
it for
on
the
everything.
arrow too, but I think you gave me advantage on that.
Yeah, you're good. CC, what's up?
Sorry. Cece's gonna go to Ajko,
Mhm.
and she's gonna go. I am so sorry that I could not get up the rope. I feel very bad. I put everyone here in danger.
She puts her finger right on Cece's mouth. I don't want to hear it. You did your best. And, well, these bears ain't nothing for us. You see that? Nod your head if you understand. And she pulls her head, like her hand, to the back of her head, just runs her fingers through her hair, just real quick. You know we're here for you, okay? It's gonna be okay. You're gonna be all right. And she pats her on the shoulder. Just go down there with them and figure out what the hell we're gonna do with these bears.
She'll run over to the rest of the group.
All right, so you got a bunch of dead bears here. You want to burn them, you said?
I think this one we should burn that had the magic outside of it, or inside going out.
That was 2 and 3.
It's bad magic. We don't know. It could come back. It could spread. It's bad.
I
It
like
seemed
burning
like it was
things.
being mind controlled, like it was some kind of magic that was controlling its mind. Not necessarily good nor evil.
Well, they certainly weren't dancing for us. They were attacking us. That sounds pretty bad to me. I don't know.
Can we burn the 2 weird bears?
Yeah. And
The
you,
normal bears
and you
that
keep-
can keep their stuff.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
How
Mar,
would you
why don't
like
you-
to?
Come up here with me, and we'll work on these bears, and I'll pull the BB3 down with BB2 so that they can burn the.
Does
the
anyone
gross bears.
require medical assistance? No?
CC, do you have a fire spell?
Pretty good.
Mhm.
I think I do.
Because if you use it, I might be able to give you your spell back.
My spell back. Well, I can.
I have all these weird powers, guys.
I can also use sorcery points to
Mhm.
revamp.
Yeah, because
like,
I have this thing where if I touch you, I can either give you back a spell slot, or if that spell slot's full, I just give you hit points. Ta-da!
That's crazy. Also, I
That's
do not
really cool.
have a. I thought I had like a. I don't have any fire.
I can.
Okay.
The tinderbox.
I might be able to be of assistance starting a fire.
Fizzle, I'm picturing you with your like healer's kit, like looking around, like, can I assist you? And then they say fire, and you like swap out, like, fire kid.
If we're trying to start a magical fire, that's what I understood.
Yeah.
So I pull out my bow and I pull out an arrow, and from my fingers, there's like a coating of a liquid that comes out and coats that arrow, and I pull it back, and as it fires, it rubs against the side of the bow, sparking it, and I'm casting Searing Smite, which lights the target on, causes the target to ignite in flames,
Yep.
dealing a d6 of damage.
Great. As you fire that arrow, it lands squarely into the bear's back, and they're kind of like piled on top of each other. They all erupt into flame. The air is filled with dark gray smoke, the acrid smell of burning hair and flesh, and still that really foul, metallic, sour smell kind of just pervades the entire area around all of you. You also notice as the bodies are burning within the like bright lights of the flame, there's also bits of that black wisp that seem to come off again and float off into the distance.
Can I try to catch some in a bottle?
Sure. Give me a...
Sorry.
Give me a dexterity.
Well, let me just make
check.
sure that I have something that I can use. to
Okay, cool.
capture it.
Make
I
sure
think
you
you-
have a vial.
Yeah. I do have a vial.
Okay, I'm gonna get a dexterity check for how fast you can do this, and then just an arcana check for like trapping air in a bottle.
So dexterity is just straight dexterity, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 19
Okay,
on
yeah.
dexterity.
You're
and then
fast.
Arcana is an 18.
Cool. So you have experience before, I'm not sure what you were doing, but you have captured essences, air essences in a bottle before. You see these wisps starting to fly away, and you very quickly get into your bag and you grab that vial, you uncork it, and as one of those wisps is drifting past you, you shoot a hand out and you kind of like scoop it down over the wisp and then close your hand together and close the bottle, and you look inside and there's just almost like a bit of black smoke inside, kind of almost spinning a little bit.
There. Now we can determine whether it is good magic or bad magic.
I walk up to Fizzle. I put my hand on your back and I say, "Well, maybe we can learn to be friends." And I put, do you have any third level spell slots?
I do not. No, I have first and second.
Oh gosh. Well, then instead you get 15 temporary hit points.
Oh wow! So you could only do third level spell slots?
No, so I roll a d4, whatever number it is. So either 1 to 4. So say it's a 4, and I want to give you a spell slot, but if you can't actually get it back, then instead it's 5 times that number, and I take that much damage. So my life to you, and there you go.
That's a big risk.
It sure is, but I
Metal.
figured this part of the battle's over, so.
Yes.
Do I see that you've hurt yourself?
It's fine. We're friends, maybe.
I kind of reach
Wanna
into
roll?
a pocket and I pull out these small little, they look like little beetle, like mechanical beetles, and so I just kind of drop them onto your shoulder and I said, here, and they go and they kind of crawl over your back, and it tickles, but also where they walk past, it feels warm and just generally better. And you are going to heal for a D8 plus 5, so 8 plus 5, which is 13.
13.
Quick
Almost
maths.
back.
Oh,
Almost back.
we are trading so much help.
Yeah.
Very helpful, everyone.
Cool.
Guy
We
is
didn't
like-
even need the help. It was just the spell slot. I ended up using 2.
Everyone just wants to show off a little bit.
Sorry.
If only these creatures would damage you more. Guy is
That was
like,
so fun to describe.
it's true, especially
Like
when you're an
artificer?
artificer. Yeah.
It's got a lot of fun flavor.
Guy is like hanging out of the pocket dimension, and he's like, it is very comfortable up in here. He's not really talking to anyone. I guess he's talking to like Goose, who's the only one there near him. He's sort of rambling on about
This is sitting there just panting like
all
he's
right.
the boy.
So, eventually,
there.
eventually, Guy's gonna, you all gather again around the rope trick, and Guy's gonna reach a hand out, and you all kind of help him out of there. Does the rope just stay hovering there for another hour, or do you dismiss it, or?
I can dismiss it.
Okay,
Yeah, if we don't want to take a break,
cool.
we can dismiss it.
Okay, well, up to you guys. If you guys want, you can take a rest here. It's only about 10, it'd be about noon. You probably have about 3 more hours of travel till you get to Twin Lakes.
I can have lunch and I can find some teeth.
Also, I would like to tell everyone that the spells that I generally have, one, they are water themed. I don't have any fire.
Surprising.
That is just like an inherent thing.
Mhm.
Also, they are, most of the time, they hit everything in the vicinity. I can't really target one person. So, like, if we could keep our distance from the bad guy, I understand, like, Ashko need to be hand-to-hand combat. But, like, maybe just, like, hit and then take a step back, maybe. I don't want to hit you two, or Pop, or anyone. It's just hard. Most of my spells are all over the place, so I'm just warning you now.
Well, don't worry about Pop. I can fix him after the battle is finished, and it's actually quite easy for me to repair him. And you see like the scratch marks and like all like the bits that are kind of hanging off. I spend like a couple minutes as I'm talking to you guys, and you just see like my hands kind of open up into the little tinkering, and I'm casting mending for flavor's sake. But, I'm basically just fixing him up, and he heals.
All right.
Over 13 damage.
Yeah, I think that was
After
all
that
the
one
damage
mending.
he took. Guy is like hanging out of the pocket dimension, and he's like, CC, I will always stay out of the fight if there is a fight to be had, so you do not need to worry about me.
Guy, yeah, I wasn't worried about you.
Oh!
Well, no, you're up there. I was just saying, I didn't think you were going to be in the way. That was more for my hand-to-hand combat friends. Guy, I'm so... I did not mean that. I always
could have
worry
been
about...
a fighter if I wanted to,
You
but
could. You could fight. We have extra weapons if you want to help. You help in
I
other
don't
ways,
want
though.
to. I
It
just
does
want
not
to.
have to be your strength. It... We all have different strengths and weaknesses. Yes. Like my siblings, my sister, she is the leader, and my brother, he is like the strong one. Those are not my strengths, and that is okay. I am the sneaky one and the lovable one.
I am also the lover. I understand. I just want to be considered, sometimes. I could have fought.
You
I
can?
just don't.
Okay.
Yep. So y'all are gonna take a short or long rest here?
Short.
A short rest doesn't.
short.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else. I don't think anybody really took a hit, right? So
No.
I don't
Yeah.
need any points.
You guys don't even have to take a rest here if you don't want
Does the
to.
short rest get rid of the exhaustion?
No, it's
No,
a
it's a
long
long
rest.
rest.
Long rest.
Or a
so
lesser
I'll be
restoration.
that way. Wait, so I have lesser restoration, but in the description it says one disease or condition, and the condition is blind and deaf.
I'm pretty sure
That's why I didn't
lesser
do it.
restoration can do it.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Because when you said that you were exhausted, I was gonna cast it, but it does not.
Hmm.
I think it's greater restoration, actually.
That might be
Really?
above my pay grade right now.
I don't think I ever get greater restoration. My spell slots are quite limited. Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
officers only
it's
get up to level 4.
you can
Yeah.
reduce the target's
True.
exhaustion level by 1.
All right. Well,
Greater.
Mari is still feeling
Someday.
a little sluggish.
Can I please have some teeth?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can just have them. You're good
I
now.
have
You
some
just pop them out of the mouth. Cece, are you taking anything from these ones, or are you only into weird creatures?
She can help Mari, but she's not interested in keeping anything first, though.
All right, great.
Just for the sake of my notes, should I roll like a D6, a D4, a D?
Roll me a d6.
I have 5 teeth.
Cool. You extract 5 teeth. As you're doing that, everyone kind of has a little sit down, hang out, chill time. Nothing too crazy going on. Everything seems very still around you. The fire is just still going off in the distance up on that little mountain. And I think that's where we're going to wrap up the session today. You were about halfway on your way to Twin Lakes.
We're doing it.
And, pardon me?
Oh, we're doing it! Yay!
Yay, you're doing
We're
it.
done.
You have about 3 more hours of travel till you get there. What will happen next time as you cross the lake? Who knows? Hopefully you get there without incident. Hopefully Guy will make it through. But we will be signing off for this session. My name is Lily. I have been your dungeon host today, and I hope you enjoyed this showing of YOLO, which is a game by Cauldron and Tower. It is called the Lord of Yol, and you can find it on the DM's Guild. If you would like to see more of me, I'm all over this channel, Roll for Damage. You can also find me on Instagram and Twitter at JustALittleNerd. Sign off, y'all.
See ya.
Bye.
Wait, no,
See-
say things like I said my thing.
Oh.
All right, bye everyone.
Yes, this is great.
It's so sweet.
Yeah, my name is Martin. In case you forgot, I play Fizzle, and you can find me on Instagram as Dorky Teacher. You can also find me over on the Can We Play Already Twitch channel, where I do all sorts of Dungeons and Dragons-y stuff. We'll be doing, some new games coming out in the next year. We also help produce Roll for Damage, and we have a new season of our Heroes of Baltos Crossing game, which is a hard mode Dungeons and Dragons, where we have a bunch of characters coming back for the second season of the game, as well as a new player that's coming in next week. So if you want to go over there and check that out, that'd be great. I'm helping to produce that one, so I will be in chat if you want to talk to me. Yeah.
Great.
What time on Wednesdays?
Oh, yes, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. at
Thank you.
twitch.tv/CanWePlayAlready. You can also check out their Twitter at Can We Play Tweets. And we have a YouTube channel, Can We Play Out at, I don't know if we have the domain yet, but if you search Can We Play Already on YouTube, you can see all the back catalog of stuff. Lily was on some games with us. I was on a bunch of games. Most recently, our Halloween game was 10 Candles, which is basically the premise is you are playing a horror-esque game with a lot of agency in terms of the players creating the story, but the premise is that everyone will die. So
all kinds of games that can we play already. RPGs out the wahoo.
yeah.
All right. Thank you, Martin. It's always lovely playing with you. Who else we saying bye to?
Me,
Yeah.
I'm Silver. I only play D&D here, and I'm playing Cece. And you can find me at Grey Wolf, GRAYWLF, on all forms of social media.
Excellent. Thanks, Silver. Pleasure as always.
I'm Carly. Support your Ontario teachers. We're doing our best. We do love your kids. No one wants a strike. We're doing what we can. Please support your teachers. And we're playing D&D.
What is the best way for people to support our teachers in Ontario?
Oh man, we're this week we're sending out a whole bunch of things for parents to sign if they agree. So teachers will actually be, if you're an elementary teacher, we're not going on a walking strike. We are going to be outside of the school someday this week with little, what are they called, where you sign your name? Petitions. So sign your name, ask, be loud about it. If you support good quality education for your kids, then talk about it.
Awesome. Thank you, Carly.
I'm Renee, and you can find me on Instagram at Darren Orion. I play here, and yeah.
Oh, you're great. And
I'm last, I guess. Hi, I'm Sophie, or bye, I guess. Me on social media, it's SelBBC, SELBBY, SEA. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram. I only really play online here, but if you head over to Access Tavern, I'm over there. If you ever want to chat, sometimes I play text games and things, so.
Yay.
And if you want to see photos of my dog, follow my Instagram.
We all do. The real life goose.
The real life goose. Goose is actually based on Herschel.
I love it. Well, this has been an amazing game. Thank you all. And remember, you only live once. YOLO. Good night, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye.